Running is both a sport and a workout. Running seems like the most natural to work out since the majority of people have been running since shortly after learning to walk. It's all over the Olympics, their best young runners against our best young runners. All trained by, you guessed it, old runners. So today, we are going to find a little running weird on today's episode of 5 Weird Things. Welcome to the channel. You know, I have always envied people that enjoy running. I have stumpy little legs. I view running as a form of kind of cruel and unusual punishment. What about you? How much do you hate running? Tell me your whiny little story down in the comments. First, the seemingly obvious stuff we need to know. Running is the action of rapidly propelling yourself forward on foot. When running, there is a moment when both feet are off the ground, as opposed to walking when one foot is always on the ground, making it a high-impact exercise. Now, they have speed walking in the Olympics, and one foot always has to be in touch with the ground. The second they catch someone with both feet off the ground, they are disqualified for running. Weird thing number 5. Running is an Olympic sport. The modern marathon distance of 26.2 miles was set at the 1908 London Olympics because King Edward VII wanted the race to start at Windsor Castle so the royal family could watch and finish in front of his royal box at the Olympic Stadium. Essentially, the extra 0.02 miles were added because the king didn't want to walk a few steps to see the finish. In the Olympics, speed walking, or race walking, is a legitimate track and field event. Competitors must keep one foot on the ground at all times, I mentioned this earlier, which results in rather particular hip swaying motion. Some people say that the runners look like they're trying to sneak by without waking a sleeping giant. In the 1908 Olympics, American runner Johnny Hayes won the marathon in a time of 2 hours, 55 minutes, and 18 seconds. When he crossed the finish line, he was declared the winner, but the official had to consult a book of dress codes before confirming the victory, because Hayes was wearing shorts instead of the more formal running attire at the time. At the 1904 St. Louis Olympics, the marathon was a chaotic disaster. Runners had to dodge traffic, breathe in dust from cars, and endure extreme heat. One runner, Fred Lors, was declared the winner only to be disqualified after it was revealed that he had hitched a ride in a car for 11 miles of the race. His defense? He said it was just a prank. In the 1960 Rome Olympics, Ethiopian runner Abibi Bikala won the marathon barefoot. He entered the race without shoes because the ones provided by his sponsor didn't fit comfortably. Bikala not only won the gold but set a world record, all while making a fashion statement that running shoes might be a little overrated. Weird thing number 4. Running shoes. The average lifespan of a good pair of running shoes is about 300 to 500 miles, which, depending on how long you run, can be longer than some romantic relationships. So when your shoes start to wear and tear, just remember, they've been there with you through thick and thin, literally. Early running shoes were heavy and clunky, made of leather with metal spikes. Wearing them was like strapping bricks to your feet. Today's ultralight shoes are a runner's dream, proof that sometimes less really is more. Are you a pronator, a supinator, or maybe you have a neutral gait? Running shoe companies have you covered. It's like the Hogwarts sorting hat, but for your feet, telling you if you belong in the stability house or the cushion house. The iconic Nike Air sole was invented by an aerospace engineer who used an air-filled rubber ball to design a cushioned shoe. So every time you run in Air Nikes, you're basically bouncing on tiny, very resilient balloons. Who knew? Trying on running shoes in a store can feel like auditioning for a part in a play. You jog in place, you do little sprints down the aisle, and bounce around like a rabbit just to test the feel. Meanwhile, the salesperson nods seriously as if assessing your performance for a Broadway show called The Perfect Fit. Weird thing number 3. Barefoot distance running. Barefoot running encourages you to land on your forefoot or midfoot, which is more natural than the heel strike that often comes with cushioned shoes. It's like your feet saying, finally, we're running how nature intended. No more clunky landing gear. Ditching the shoes also makes your foot muscles and lower legs work harder, turning them into tiny powerhouses. Think of it as sending your feet to the gym, minus the membership fee and the awkward small talk at the water cooler. With nothing but skin between your feet and the ground, your body gets immediate feedback from every step. It's like your feet suddenly have super senses, keeping you aware of every pebble, twig, and of course, the occasional questionable sidewalk. Running barefoot can make you feel closer to nature, sometimes a little too close. Without your shoes, your feet might encounter sharp objects, rough terrain, and extreme temperatures. Consider it a fun obstacle course where the prize is not stepping on anything painful. The rise of barefoot running inspired the creation of minimalist shoes, which offer a barely there existence while providing a little bit of protection. They're like a compromise between your feet and the pavement because even your feet sometimes need a little safety net. Weird thing number 2. The positive effects of running. Running is like giving your heart a workout buddy that never cancels plans. Regular runs turn your ticker into a super efficient pumping machine, making it so fit it could probably start giving motivational talks to the other organs. Now, the endorphins released while running are like nature's happiness pills. You'll finish a run feeling so good that even your grumpy cat might seem a little more cheerful. It's your built-in cheerleader, complete with sweat and a great playlist. Running burns calories faster than you can say, "Extra cheese, please." It's like having a magical invisible assistant that keeps your weight in check every time you pound the pavement. No calorie counting or crash diets required. The impact from running strengthens your bones and keeps your joints flexible, almost like turning your skeleton into a superhero. Your bones will be so tough they might start demanding capes and special effects. Regular running can make you fall asleep faster and enjoy more restful slumber. It's like having a personal sleep assistant who ensures that after every run, even the most persistent insomnia makes it feel like a distant memory. And finally, weird thing number 1, the negative effects of running. Running can lead to a festival of blisters all over your feet. It's like your shoes decided to throw a surprise party for your toes and they didn't bother sending an invitation. Just think of them as your personal little badges of honor. Now, all that pounding on the pavement can sometimes lead to joint pain, particularly in the knees and hips. It's like your joints are trying to remind you of their retirement plans. We need a break, not just from those marathons. Intense running sessions can lead to muscle soreness that can make you feel like you've been in a wrestling match with a giant pillow. The next day, you might be walking like a robot with a low battery, but hey, you're still moving. Running too much without proper rest can overuse injuries like shin splints and stress fractures. It's like your body's way of saying, we need to talk about this commitment to running every single day. Running can sometimes lead to mental fatigue and burnout, especially if you push yourself too hard. It's like your brain's way of staging a protest against endless miles. Can we please take a break from all this thinking about running? Well, that is all the running we are going to do today. Please like and subscribe. Please click and watch more of my videos. It really helps out the channel. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. So share this on social media. I would appreciate it. And for those still watching, today's code word is run, run, run. Put that down in the comments for no reason other than I told you to. Take care. Have yourself a great day.